Terence Crawford, he called out Charlo for a fight. Who you got in that fight if they do fight?
Um, I see Crawford winning, but I can see Charlo winning as well. In some cases, because Charlo does have uh, height and size, and he has some speed, and he knows how to time his punches right. And if Crawford has a problem with the speed, it could be a problem, and the height and range, it could be a problem. But for me, I'm thinking that Crawford has the edge in that fight because he can go right-handed and southpaw, and he throws punches from different angles, or the hooks landing from different angles, whereas Charlo's is more straight. Um, so I would go Crawford, but I'm saying like I wouldn't, like Jermell does have it's Jermell.
I think Jermell Charlo.
So Jermell does have a good shot. Or I could see him winning too. I can see both guys winning. It's a good fight.
And Crawford, he also called out Canelo. He said he'll go to 168 to fight Canelo. How you think that fight would turn out if they do fight, him and Canelo?
I think he's biting off a little bit more he can chew. Cause Canelo's a big boy, and the size in the boxing ring, it matters. I know because when I went to 54, not really a 54 pounder. I won some titles and stuff like that, and knocked out some people. But in reality, I knew I was not a 54 pounder. And when you go up against top class fighters in that weight class, then it becomes a problem. And I'll lean back to the fight with me and Winky Wright. Winky was a lot bigger than me. Probably went in the ring 175 or something. I went in the ring like 162. And I would punch him, and it was like I was punching pillows or something. And like nothing happened. But when I fight lightweight or welterweight, I hit him, then something happens. Nothing was happening. I wasn't getting any reaction. So I'm like, that's the type of thing that Crawford's gonna have to deal with, and he fights a bigger person like Canelo. It's not gonna be the same reaction. He's got to be able to box. Crawford's a boxer. He can box, but he's a fighter that wants to fight and punch like me. He wants to, oh, you hit me, I'm hitting you back. Oh, you think you did something? Oh, I'm good. It's competition. And I think Canelo's too big for that to happen right now, as far as his size.
Right. So you got Canelo then.
Yeah, I might have Canelo. He's too big, I think. Too big.
And you actually fought Canelo, even though you was past your prime, but
Yeah, I mean, I was 40, he was 21. He's actually a year older than my son. so, when I fought Canelo, I noticed that I actually lost $1 million bet to on trying to win $6 million, fought for 600,000. So actually, I had to pay 400,000 for the fight. For me fighting him, I paid out of my pocket 400,000. But, I noticed when I was fighting him that he was very knowledgeable, ring generalship, knowing the ring, knowing how to counter, knowing different stuff. I'm like, wow, this young kid, like he got old school values as far as his mind's concerned. Like he understands what's going on. He said nothing's rattling him. And I was trying to put a lot of pressure on him, throw a lot of jabs at him, do a lot of different stuff, like little veteran stuff. And he was like, all right, no problem. I was like, well, okay. So I knew back then at 21 that Canelo was the real deal. I'm like, okay, he's a real deal. This little young guy can fight. Yeah.